Hello, hello, all up in the business people. Today we are back with another episode, and I'm Joel Hines, and I'm here with my co-host.
I'm a co-host.
Yes.
Kimon.
And today we're going to be talking about how to make offline connections. I'm going to be sharing you guys my experience and how I did it, and how you can do it as well. So share this on your page, and let's get into it.
Yeah. Go ahead. Hit that share button. Listen, By the way, when you're jumping on, do us a favor.
Let us know where
you're watching this,
right?
Let us know where you're watching this from. All right. So as we're getting ready and as you're doing that share, and as we told you, we're going to be talking, Joel told you we're talking about building offline connections. We got a question of the week. Let's go, Joe. What's the question?
Our question.
Hold on. By the way, we can't just jump over.
Oh, yeah.
Come on now. Talk to us.
So we got these fancy new mics. I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah.
But our sound is sounding crisp.
What's up, Garnett? How you doing?
Like
Terrence.
A potato chip.
By Turbo. How you doing, sir? Let us know where you're watching this from, Garnett. Yeah.
But yeah, we got these new mics and our sound.
Upgraded.
Yeah, tell us how our sound is. I guess.
Yeah, somebody let us know how we sound.
Dad, don't get too close. Don't get too close.
And then we also got some new stuff coming next week. We want to make sure we upgrade our stuff as we go along in our show. So yep. We want to make sure we get good information. It's a good quality.
Yes.
All right.
Our question of the week that we have
is this is a good one.
What is the favorite dish that each other make? So we'll be answering like my favorite dish that he makes and then his favorite dish that I make, right?
All right, here we go. So first of all, he's coming from Atlanta, baby. Good stuff. Loving it. All right, Mr. Darian says sound is indeed crispy like Triscuits.
Awesome.
All right. So favorite dish. I'm answering the favorite dish that you make.
Mm-hmm. I want to hear this.
You're answering the favorite dish that I make.
Yeah.
Which is not hard because I don't make a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So
do you think you know what mine is?
I think I do.
I feel like you know what it is.
All right. So
because he only makes a limited amount, so that when he makes it, it's like
I'm very niched.
Yeah.
I make sure I'm not all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm niched. Okay. So who wants to go first?
I want you to go first.
You want me to go first? Okay. So by the way, Joelle is a chef. All right. She's like, outside of her mom, she does the most cooking in this house, and probably they're getting close.
Yeah.
Who cooks the most? But man, Joelle, what I really like that you make. I
want to hear that. I'm excited.
Yeah. Okay, so this came to my mind as I was gonna answer it, right? Like you actually make a really good vegetarian lasagna.
Okay.
You make a really good vegetarian lasagna.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not my favorite thing. You so you make like I'm really starting to like your grilled chicken. Like your grilled chicken is like Chipotle quality.
Like the taco one?
Yeah, that's stuff you make that kind of you make stuff like Joelle likes to like find restaurant stuff and make it at home.
Yeah.
And when you made that Chipotle stuff, you made that chicken off the chain.
Thank you.
All right. So I know I'm usually vegetarian, but because of that, I came out every time. No, that was good stuff. That's one of my that's probably your favorite thing that you make.
Really? That was like a new creation. I just started doing that like maybe 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was like a dry rub. I saw that on YouTube. But my favorite dish that my dad makes, oh my gosh, I can literally eat it every single day if he would make it. Mm-hmm. You know what it is.
Tell me.
It's that meatloaf.
Oh yeah, come on now.
It's so good.
Yes.
It's a very vegetarian meatloaf, and oh my gosh, when I tell you guys, it's literally so good. It's so good.
By the way, when I made it the first time, were you surprised?
Oh yeah.
You didn't think it was going to come out as good as it did?
No, I did not. But oh my gosh, you have to make it like this week, probably.
I know that's probably true. Like I have to make it this week.
Yeah.
All right. By the way, those of you just joining, come on, make sure you share this because we're going to be talking about some good business stuff that we think is going to help you. It's not quite Special K loaf. It's not quite, but it's similar. I'll share the recipe with you, Darian. I'll send it to you. I found
very good.
A friend of mine shared it online. Tried it out and it actually came out okay. Like, so trust me, I am surprised that it came out well.
No, everybody liked it, and I'm the most picky eater in the house, and I loved it. So that probably says a lot.
Yeah.
It's very, very good.
All right, so let's get into today's topic. So hit it. Give us a topic again, Joelle.
So the topic is how to make offline connections.
Mm-hmm. So let's kind of talk about that a little bit. What that means, right? So in this day and age, the fact that you're watching us now means that you are online, and we recognize just how like important being online is for life, for school, for church, for family, and for business, right? Like for business, you got to be online. And so, Joelle, you have an online presence. Right?
I would say so. Yeah.
But before there was a online, there was a offline. And I know we talk about building business online, but we're going to go into how do you build connections offline to grow your business. So let's talk a little bit about why you even thought that you needed to do offline stuff.
I wanted to do offline things with my business because I wanted to like have something where I can walk into somewhere and I can see my product. And I also wanted to find another way to connect to my target audience and like try different things. Yeah, I would say that would have to be the reason.
Okay, use a term right there, and I think it's important for anyone, teen, adult, anyone who is thinking about business. That term, target audience. Kind of talk about, just break that term down. We don't want to like go real technical, but just what does that mean?
Target audience is, I was looking for
what?
The dart.
Oh, I'll put it back upstairs.
Anyway, so a target audience is basically like the type of people that your business is for, that you think your business is for. So this is the people that you're aiming at, whether it be a Black woman who is 25. Basically, that's who you think your product is meant for, and that is the person who you think needs your product, basically.
The most, right?
Yeah, the most. Of course, other people outside of your ideal target audience will buy your product, and that's perfectly fine. But you think you'll get the most out of that type of target audience.
Good. So you want to make sure you're targeted.
Right targeting them, yeah.
So as we talk about target audience, you said one of the reasons you wanted to build offline connections is you felt like these were more ways to reach your target audience.
Definitely, yeah.
All right. So would you mind sharing with us just a little bit about who your target audience is? Yes.
So I would say my target audience is Black women around the ages of 25 to, I think, 20, 30, 34, 36. They value self-care, but they're busy. They're busy women, and they have dry skin.
Okay. So they have a problem, dry skin, they're busy. Okay. So as you started to think about that, right? You have your own website and you have your own social media platform, but you said, now I want to get
out.
Okay. that's
not like get out of it, but like get out there.
Yeah, get out there. All right. So let's talk about getting out there. What are some of the like places and spaces you said, this is where my target audience is? I'm just going to talk about just kind of even figuring out the places and spaces your target audience goes to. And Philip Wesley is saying target audience is important. Absolutely. So kind of just talk about that process of figuring out the places and spaces that your target audience would be.
I feel like you just really have to put yourself in their shoes and like really, yeah, of course you're assuming, but try to do the best you can at that assumption. Like, okay, this is their life. This is what they value. These are their ideals. And this is where they're most likely to go. So I thought, okay, maybe they would go to a massage spa, or maybe they would go to a beauty supply store. So like I target Black women mostly, and that's why I targeted two Black owned beauty supply stores, because usually Black women like to support Black women.
Okay, good. And by the way, if you're watching this, you have any questions or comments, please drop it down below there or share it. We want to make sure that we're answering any questions you might have. So you mentioned spas, right? You mentioned like massage places, and you mentioned like beauty salons, right? Black owned, especially beauty salons. So let's talk about that process. Now that you kind of you didn't just go there. What did you do before you even began contacting them? Like walk us through your process of building offline connections.
So once I knew that I wanted to get into like beauty supply stores and massage spas and stuff like that, I looked up spas and beauty supply stores in my area, took all the information, put down all the names in a Google Doc, And then after I got like their names and where they're located, I started contacting them. I tried via email. I had like something that I would present to them, like, this is what my business is about. This is a little bit about my story. I would love to partner with your store. I would like to give you samples if you're willing to, if this is something you're interested in. And I went from there.
So you started with a list. Now, what's interesting is, like, how many people did you say you had on your list?
I would say, I don't remember, probably like over 50.
Yeah, that was a long list. And so this is a really important step, right? Joel, you went through and just started saying, here are all the places close to me, like, a little distance, whatever. And you just started trying to make calls. Now, talk about your success rate. How many people,
I started with calls, by the way.
And how many people were answering the phone?
Sorry, I can't remember. I probably did like 5 phone calls and then I stopped.
Why? Calling wasn't the greatest.
Yeah, calling wasn't the greatest because like some people are busy during the day. Usually the manager isn't on the phone, so they can't make the decisions. And then they try to pass it on to them, but sometimes they don't get the message. Others, like misunderstandings over the phone.
Yeah. So phone wasn't the easiest. So then you went to the next step, the next move, which was what?
The next move was emailing. And then also getting out there and going to stores.
Yeah. So it's interesting. I remember, like, one of the things that we want you to just understand is this is a game of math. All right. Everyone's not going to say yes. And that's something you knew going in. Like, a lot of people are going to not respond to your email. They're not going to say yes to your phone call or return your call if you miss them. But I think sometimes we get discouraged when we're going down our list, trying to make connections, trying to call people we need to talk to about our business. We just go, okay, nobody wants this. It's like, no, it's a game of math. So the more calls you make,
the more yeses.
Yeah. And if you get a few yeses out of 50, it's worth it, right?
Yeah. And then you can be like, okay, I got, was it a 4 out of 50. So if I need 200, I can get 20.
Yeah, right.
Did I do that math right?
Actually,
no, 16. Goodness gracious, Joey.
Yeah. We'll work on the math. Yeah. So you said you called and that didn't work, email, and then you said you actually started going to places. I think this part is really interesting. I remember a Sunday we went to a
Beauty in Abundance.
No, but before we went there, so we went to a
Ideal.
No, so we went to the market. And when we left the market, we went to a particular store. We thought, okay, we'll find people here. Robert Kennedy is saying the journey is hard, but persistence must be an entrepreneur's middle name. Absolutely. And Darian Claxton is saying, got to get those conversions. Absolutely, got to do that math. So I remember we went to that store after we left the
we went to a Sunday market to sell my product.
How exciting was that? That was
Let's just say we didn't, we didn't sell out. Okay, we'll say what this is.
But they weren't your ideal target market. When we got there, we recognized this is not our target.
Yeah.
But we left there, we said we're gonna go to this beauty store. Remember, it said they open, and we saw they were open like first Sundays of the month. So it was like, okay, we were coming back home, and then talk to us about Beauty in Abundance because that worked out.
So actually, I did not want to go in there.
Yeah.
I did not want to go in there. I was just like, no, I don't want to. I feel like I'm not ready. And then like we stopped like in the store right in front of it. And then there's like, why don't you feel like you're ready? So I was like, I feel like I don't know what to say. And then we were like practicing my pitch, like right outside the store. And then we walked in. I finally got the courage to walk in. And then we told the lady about my product, and then she was like, oh, this is awesome. I'm starting to love body butters anyway. So I gave it to her. And then we reached out to her. And then later, should I skip to later?
You can skip to the later.
Later, she emailed me saying that she would like to have my product in her stores. All right, we're having some troubles, but we're trying to fix this. Wow. Sorry.
We're back. We're back. We're back.
Can you guys hear us?
Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Just want to make sure you can hear us. Somebody just type in the comments. Let me know if you can hear it. For some reason,
It's not working.
That's no, I might. It's working
Okay.
right here. For some reason, we seem like we got lost there for a second, right? All right, confidence is key.
Confidence is definitely key.
Confidence is key, especially when your stuff goes out. Yes, we hear you. Awesome,
Alrighty.
awesome. Okay.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, something happened on our end, but we couldn't. Thank you. Good. Everybody's saying yep. Okay, good.
Alrighty.
We're just testing. All right. So tell us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say one of the lessons I saw from that was not just going to a place and making connections, right? But also taking a gift. Like having something tangible for people to see. Oh, you said we never lost
audio.
Wow. Maybe we're just on our end. Having
weird.
something tangible for people to see so that they can like experience your stuff. If you want to make connections, don't just tell them about it, but show them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you want to talk about that a little bit or just how you saw value in that with that place and another place.
Well, I don't know if you mentioned it or Miss Megan. She's kind of like my mentor, like my coach.
Yeah.
I think either one of you guys mentioned it, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's a great idea because it's one thing to talk about your product, but it's also another thing for somebody to experience your product. And if they feel like, okay, this is really good and this is great, then they might want to have you in their store rather than just hearing about it and hearing reviews.
Okay, good. So far, 2 stores.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 stores, and then I was going to say there must 2. I guess I would call them 2 beauty stores and 2 massage places. Just trying to talk about this is a different experience. Now we talked about some calls and how you didn't get calls back, but talk about that one call and how that went.
We have like 3 ways we did it.
Yeah,
like every store in it was like different. Okay, so for Ideal Massage, I guess this is low key online because it's like an email. But we went via email and I sent her this and she was like, oh, I love your story. We don't even need any samples. We would love to have your product in our stores. Absolutely. And she had 2 stores, this Ideal Massage in Wesley Chapel and Zephyr Hills. And she was willing to let me have put my products in her stores.
All right, so let's do this. Let's give shout outs to the 4 places that you are now.
Yes.
So that people who are watching this, maybe you're in the Tampa area, the Wesley Chapel area, they can go support.
Yes. So I'm going to start with, should I start with just going any order? Anyways, so first I'm going to start with Beauty in Abundance. This is in the Wiregrass Mall in Wesley Chapel. It's called Beauty in Abundance. Okay. And then their Instagram is Shop Beauty in Abundance. Okay. Next we have Ideal Massage in Wesley Chapel. There's 2 Ideal Massage in Wesley Chapel and Ideal Massage in Zephyr Hills.
Big shout out to the owner.
Yes.
Ms. Michelle.
And Ms. Dawn.
Yeah.
Awesome people. And then lastly, Heritage Roots Beauty Supply in is it Wesley Chapel or Zephyr Hills?
It's Zephyr Hills.
Zephyr Hills. I know the address by heart. I think I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to mess it up. But yes, very nice lady that helped me get into her store. But yeah, check those businesses out if you're in the Tampa area and you want to support those beauty supply stores either way. Yeah.
And I think the point that we want you to get, you need to build your business online. You need to have a good website. You need to have a good social media presence. And we'll probably even talk about that another time. But you can't just settle for that. You have to make human connections. You have to call, send emails, and go where people are. Right? Yeah. And it doesn't work out every place, right? So sometimes you might be at a flea market or a kiosk all day long.
Yes.
And it not go well as great as you want it to.
Yes.
But anytime you're able to connect with who your target audience is and go where they are, it's helping you to grow your business. And yeah, I think that's probably like the big lesson.
Yeah, like even the places that even if you don't make any sales, you can like look at your surroundings, see the people who are walking past you, and then know, okay, well, maybe this isn't my target audience. Maybe this isn't the people that need my product. So let me try another place. And then after you keep on doing that, eventually, you'll start to see, okay, maybe this group of people isn't for me. But it's always important to try because you never know, right?
That's right.
Trying is very important, even if you didn't have a good experience with something that you did last time.
And then, here's the other thing that you also get. Every time you go out there and you talk about your business, you're perfecting your pitch.
Definitely, you're getting
better at
confidence.
talking about your business, because people will ask you, what's your business about? And every time you go out there and you meet new people, even if they don't buy, you're getting better at your business.
Yeah, and you're getting exposure either way.
Yeah.
To be honest,
That's true.
That's a new person hearing about your business.
That's true.
Whether or not they buy, they know about your business.
Yeah. So figure out your target audience, first of all, right? Big lesson. Find where they are.
Yeah.
And what else?
Make connections.
Yep.
Go out there.
Yeah, go out there. Go out there. All right.
Meet your people.
Yeah, meet people. All right. All right. Any questions, anyone, before we end tonight? Super excited. Are we going to do 2 this week?
Maybe. Yeah, most likely.
Yeah. We're looking at doing 2 this week. We got a little fancy. We got a little equipment.
Yeah.
And everything, so
it will most likely
be Wednesday.
Wednesday.
All right. So we'll be back on Wednesday talking about more stuff. If you have questions, please do us a favor. Drop them in the comments. We don't want to just jump off here really quickly. We want to see what you all got going on. All right. So any questions, any thoughts, any comments? Was this helpful? I guess maybe that's a good question. Was this helpful? Did you get anything from this? What might be a good takeaway that you got from this, from our sharing today about how to build offline connections? All right. Got to do the online stuff, but it's super important to build offline connections. Any big takeaways? Anybody? Before we go. Any big takeaways? All right, we're going to wait just a second to see if anybody's brave enough to type their takeaway. All right. All right. We probably should also give your website, Joe. What's your website in case anybody's interested in purchasing who may not live in the Tampa area?
Yes. So it is slaybaybeauty.com. Okay, we got a question, but let me say that one more time. Slaybaybeauty.com, and Bay is spelled B-A-Y. Has COVID slowed down your networking? I would say, I feel like it's done the exact opposite. During COVID, both of my businesses did the best that they have done. And also, Slay Bay Beauty, I started that during the pandemic. So Slay Bay Beauty hasn't experienced life outside of COVID. Mm-hmm. So I would say it's definitely gotten better. I feel like we've done more going out, especially during COVID. We went to more markets. We went to the mall.
But I think to your point, to Daniel, you remember just before COVID, you went to the quinceañera, right? That was your first thing. But you didn't go for a while.
Okay, yeah. So that's true. We started up like this stuff during the pandemic, or right before it. So honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly if it slowed down, because I didn't do anything. I didn't do the same things.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really pushing. I wouldn't say pushing, because I was doing what I did at the time.
Yeah.
But I didn't do the things that helped my business until the pandemic started, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think to your point though, Daniel, that's the website right there, slaybaybeauty.com. To your point, there were things that we were able to do in a pre-COVID world, gatherings, plan events that are just coming back, or you're still hesitancy on that. So I think that is the truth. But now you have to be creative. There are people who are gatekeepers, right? So store owners are gatekeepers. People who own different things are gatekeepers. So it's making those probably more one-on-one connections and trying to get them to expose you to their audience. But yeah, being able to go to bigger spaces and meet with more people at the same time, that's kind of slowed down a little bit than what it probably would have been in a pre-COVID world. All right, we got photos by Turbo. I know him as Garnett. Terrence says, love the insights, keep climbing.
Thank you.
What's going on, Lisel?
Human connections.
Gotta make human connections. I love the stuff you're doing. I love your show. I love the podcast that you're doing. Darian says, awesome sauce.
Thank you.
Daniel says, makes sense. All right, listen, we appreciate you all watching this tonight. If you do us a favor, if this has been helpful, please share it with someone. Share it on your own platform as well. And if you know a teen or just someone else who might be looking to get started or grow a business, this might be helpful to them. So go ahead and share this with them. And with that, we'll say
bye-bye.
All right, we'll see you.
Thank you for checking us out, and have a great rest of your day.
All right.
Bye-bye.